How you doing, man?
This is awesome, man. How'd you come to find this, or how'd you get?
Somebody posted it on Facebook group.
Really?
Yeah. They just saw the front headstone. That's all they could see.
Yeah. It's a bunch of little kids mainly.
Yeah.
I grew up here my whole life.
Did you?
Just right down the road. Yeah. But nobody's been taking care of it for a good 10 years, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old people that took care of it, they passed away, and the fund that was paying, somebody to, just a little bit, completely depleted.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a very cool project today. I actually traveled about three and a half hours to this property from my house, and I showed up in the middle of the day, which ended up not being enough time. So we had to camp out in some sketchy locations and then finish it out the next day. With that said, everything that I do on my channel is completely free of charge. I do not charge anybody for the work that I do. And on top of that, in the year 2025, we're doing something really cool where we are giving all of the revenue that this channel makes away. Now, who is that going to? I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. You can join our newsletter. I'll give a full breakdown so that you can see what the channel's making and where it's coming from. And then I'll also discuss that in videos occasionally. But you guys can help me pick who and where this money is going to go to. So it's pretty cool. What's that mean for me? It means about 1,000 hours of working on this channel this year that's uncompensated. However, with that said, this is something that I've been thinking about for several years, and it just excites me. So with bringing this channel back, I feel like this is something that can keep me motivated, because I found out that, well, to be truthful, I found out that, money is not my motivating factor. There's different motivating factors for people, and when you don't have money to pay your bills, it's a huge motivating factor, because you're like, I just need to pay my bills, and you're clawing and scratching your way there to just make sure that your family's taken care of. And now at this point, my family is taken care of, and our bills are paid, and I just want to continue doing something that's meaningful, that builds a legacy and pushes the movement that I started further. And I don't know, it excites me. I don't know what else to say about it. I'll discuss further in the video how we're going to break that down and what you can expect, what you're going to see. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to break it down further. With that said, I can go out and I can do the work, all the physical stuff. I can edit, I can do the thumbnails, title it, put it up. I cannot control anything past posting the video. If the video does good or it tanks, that's really all up to you. So if you want to see it do good, this is kind of a partnership between you and I as far as how we can contribute to society on another level. And we'll be able to give more income to different people and charitable causes or whatever it might be that we're doing together. So I'll go out and I'll do the physical labor. And if you're physically unable to do the work that I'm doing, or you feel like you're not able to, you don't have the platform, I don't want you to feel like your view doesn't count, that you don't have value, because you truly do. So some very easy, free methods on how you can support the channel. You can give the video a like. You can leave a comment. You can leave multiple comments, start a conversation with people in the comments. It's also a great way to stand out to me in the comments, because when you leave multiple comments, I'm more likely to see you in the feed on my channel. And you can leave comments on videos that are not just this video, but older videos. All of the revenue from this channel, this means this video and all of the videos I've done in the past, all of the revenue that they make this year, I'm going to donate. So every time you watch a video on this channel, it makes a difference. You can also share it out to your favorite social media platform. So I'm going to go ahead and call this my 5-round club. And 5 rounds were a concept in business where I would cut a yard, and then I would leave a door hanger on the 5 yards around that yard. So I'm going to call it my 5-round club with you guys. Leave a comment, but then go on to 5 other comments and leave them a reply. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this. I'll do the work, you rack them up, let's go. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin Hansen, also known as the Lawn Care Juggernaut. You may know me from my other channel, The Boring Channel. Now on this channel, we are going to be doing some amazing stuff this year, and I really, really want you to be part of it. I'm going to talk more about that here in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you about this job because it was a pretty cool one. Now, this job is out of a town called Pawn Creek, Oklahoma, over in the panhandle of Oklahoma. It's several hours from my house. I ended up taking the camper. Now, it was some serious off-roading to get here. Was it a road? Yeah, it was a dirt road, but when it comes to pulling a camper, that thing is not designed for what I had to put it through to get it there. With that said, I had no plan. I didn't know what I was coming into. All I had was one picture to go off of, and it was a guy named Roaming Ryan. I'm going to go ahead and link his channel in the description, give him some support, because I was able to find this property because of him. Now, the other thing I want to say is it's been 2 years now since I've been there, and I'm really thinking about going back. So I want you to know, or I want you to let me know in the comments whether you think I should go back or not, and if you would be interested in watching that, because honestly, I'd like to. The other thing is, I ended up sleeping in this equipment parking lot next door that was owned by a farmer in that area. Now, a lot of people said, "Why is a farmer cutting it?" Well, the farmer's taking care of like thousands of acres of farmland. This guy's a very busy dude, and this is not some kind of easy task. You can't just bring big equipment into this and knock it down. You kind of have to go through these. You have to go through these cemeteries with a little more finesse. Now, can I get my mower in and get a little wild and crazy and cut some stuff down in there? Yeah, but I have to be very careful, and I have to know my equipment very well to not cause a bunch of damage. With all that said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for allowing me to be able to go out and do this stuff. And also thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be able to commit to this crazy goal that I've come up with, and this crazy idea that I came up with. And I've been thinking about it for several years. I said, Rachel, I'd really love to give away all the income from one of my channels. And she said, that's pretty nuts, Kevin. You work really hard, and each one of your channels, you're spending, 1,000 hours of your time a year to do that. That's a lot of time that you're sacrificing from us. And eventually, I talked her into it. I said, hey, I want to bring Lawn Care Juggernaut back, and I can't think of a better way. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and it's such a huge commitment for me. I think it's a beautiful thing to have insane goals that you think are impossible. And one of my insane goals in the past was, before YouTube took off, I was making, at the most, I made about $40,000 or $50,000 a year in personal income. And I said to myself, it'd be really cool to be able to give away that much money in a year one day. I said, so when I get more successful, when I have more success in my life, I'm going to make that happen. And I can say that I have done that. And it's just an absolutely amazing thing to be able to complete a goal and check it off. But then you have to have something else. What's the next goal? So I started looking at my goals, and this is one that I thought of years ago. And I said, it's time to pull that one out and make it happen, because it's a fun one that I force myself to be committed to it. And then I started thinking about it. How would I perceive this if somebody else did it? If somebody else was going to do this, how would I perceive it? And I knew that there would be people that thought it was some kind of scam. But, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you know that I don't ask for money. I haven't added the join button on my channel. I don't have a, buy me a coffee or anything like that. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me recently to add some of that stuff, and I might, with the goal that we have going. It's a great way for somebody else to help financially contribute, and that's fine. But before I do, I want to show you that I'm committed to what I'm doing, and show you before ever allowing you to take part in that way. So I think that's an important thing to do. A lot of people talk about doing something, but they never actually happen to do that thing. And it's really important to know that in life, nothing works unless you do. So before I can ever commit to allowing you to do that, I have to commit to myself. It's been a long time. I've been pretty quiet on this channel. I got pretty depressed. I found somebody who was deceased. I don't want to talk about that anymore, because I think it's like, I just think it'll take away from the conversation. But now that I am back with this, I go, cool, I want to have this really fun and unique thing that's going to keep me motivated and allow me to be excited about it. And so one of the reasons why that's exciting to me is, I thought about giving to charitable causes, and then you hear about these charities where a massive chunk, 75 plus% or more goes to administration cost, and the biggest expense there being the CEO's personal paycheck, and that kind of stuff just disgusts me. Now, I'm not saying all charities are like that, but it just disgusts me. So I go, well, what's the best charity that I can personally trust? And well, I'd say, well, that's myself. So again, and I'm not a charity, just to clarify, I'm not a charity. I'm a business owner. But what I mean is, I can trust that if I make the decision and have the discernment to put it towards something, it's going to go towards a good cause. And if it doesn't go towards a good cause, then I'll know that I had the discernment and the understanding that I perceived it that it was going to go towards a good cause. We'll just see. I mean, anytime you give somebody money, there's going to be somebody saying, well, you shouldn't have gave them money, or you shouldn't have done this or that. Now, as far as how I plan on giving away the income this year, um, that's really going to be up to you guys. I'm going to discuss it. I want to have creative ideas. I don't want to just give it as one lump sum to one person out there. What I would like to do is find fun and unique ways that I can create a segment in the video that you can enjoy and you can see it and you can take part in it, because you are taking part and allowing me to do this. So whether that's giving to people that are homeless, or you know giving it, and the month that we make, the revenue that we make to one person, I don't care. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I want you guys to get creative. Give me your best ideas. You can also follow our newsletter at lawncarejuggernaut.com. On there, I'm going to be fully transparent about what the channel makes. That's something that I don't have to do. I could just show you what I'm doing. I don't have to show you behind the scenes. However, to me, I think that transparency when somebody's doing something like this is a good thing, because it lets you know, well, that it lets you know that they're honest, that they're not full of crap. And I think we've all come to the realization nowadays that there are so many people that are just full of crap that it's extremely frustrating. It's everywhere. I mean, it's every day you hear about some new crypto scam, or how somebody got ripped off, or how somebody's using some kind of resource in their life. If they're in real estate, how they are stealing people's identity. And I just think that kind of stuff is disgusting, and it really frustrates me. And it also frustrates me that people are struggling when they don't need to struggle. Now, I understand that there are people that are in a very deep hole in their life financially, or in a deep spot of depression. And one of the things I've really focused on this channel in the past is letting people know I have personally been there. I've personally been super depressed. I've also been in a stage of my life where I thought depression was BS. So you may hear me say that on this channel. When I was going through that, I mean, depression, that's some made up crap that you got in your head and it's not real. But the truth is, yeah, there's spots and times that you're going to get depressed. And I'm glad that I've had moments in my life that have opened me up to understanding and being empathetic towards what people are going through. And so my channel and what I do in helping people for free was just an extension of the next stage of the continuation of helping people. So before, it was me helping people when I was in business. I was helping people learn how to grow or make more income or get through that one struggle or pain point in their business. And then it evolved into what it is now, which has evolved into other people cutting lawns for free. And I've been able to help coach and personally talk with several of those people. It's been an amazing thing. And I love doing it, but also I need some huge goal that's going to be fun for me to do. So I'm not in any way trying to be insultful or malicious towards anybody else that does what I do. I think that everybody that does this type of work is an admirable person, and somebody that I can admire, because I understand the work that goes behind it. You see, when you're watching this from your couch, it looks so easy. You're in AC, it feels good. And have you ever watched a movie and you kind of don't realize how hot it is? Because, or here's a good example. Everybody's had that moment where they're in the car, the AC is on, and they go, oh, it feels great today. Because they forget that the temperature outside is scorching hot. And then they open the door and they go, whoo, and shut this door and get some AC back on. That is a lot of what it's like when we make these videos. A lot of the times it is absolutely scorching hot. So the other thing is, it is extremely physically abusive on the body. So for everybody that does this, I got respect for you. Good job. Keep doing it. I support you. I don't support people making fake interactions and doing fake things. I just don't like lying in general. I think that that's just something that I can't get down with. But with that said, the work itself, I know that they're helping people, and I respect that. So if somebody's doing some kind of fake interaction, that whatever, I get it. They're trying to make an income. Their motivator's money. It may not be that their main motivator's helping people. That's fine. A lot of people jumped on doing this when they saw that it could be a successful business opportunity. Again, that's cool. Anyways, I do want to clarify that I'm not doing this out of malicious intent, but do know that I will be cast out of the fold when it comes to other creators. They will go very quiet with talking to me. They will not want to speak with me. They will not like what I'm doing because it will show you guys how much income is made from what we do. Again, I don't think it's bad that people make income from what we do. There are a lot of channels, and once you know how to make money online, you can do anything. You could literally have any channel you want. And just as easy, they could be a channel that is out there, instead of helping people, it could be, getting reactions out of people and making them cuss them out so that they can use that to, catch somebody in a weak spot in their life, in a weak moment in their life. And now they have this Karen video that exploded. Or maybe they, because the harassing ones always drive me nuts. But, and again, that wasn't me talking about anybody in my genre. That's me talking about channels that's 100% of what they do. Kind of like the police audit videos. I'm so conflicted on that because, in one situation, it's like, man, those guys catch police doing stuff that's sketchy. But on the other side, not all cops are bad. And pushing somebody to the point where they just pop is, don't be an idiot. Like, anyways, yeah, with that said, I'm going to be fully transparent about what this channel makes, how much income we make, where it comes from. We're going to share all that in the newsletter so that you can see, because there's a lot of people out there. The positive comments, they love what we do. They understand that we make an income. They appreciate it. They know that the work is subsidized by the income that we create off of YouTube. The only way that I can do the stuff that I do is because I am funded by the videos that I put the work in to create, which is an amazing thing. Anybody doing any kind of charitable thing for the community has to have some kind of source of funding. And the beautiful thing about what we're doing is that it's funded just by people watching and enjoying. There's no money that has to be exchanged other than the companies that put the ads on the videos. And they're going to spend that money anyways. So nobody's harmed. It's really a win-win-win scenario where I'm able to have honest work, you're able to enjoy it, the homeowner is able to get something that they may not otherwise been able to afford. So that's all amazing stuff. Anyways, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a YouTuber show their financial income, how much money they've made, unless they are trying to sell you a course on how to make money on YouTube. And then they just show you some highlight crap or some photoshopped graph or whatever. I'm going to show you screenshots and be as transparent as possible and just let you know how much income we're making. Obviously, there's some security behind that where I can't show the AdSense account, which doesn't matter anyways because the revenue that we see is actually on our YouTube Studios app. Um, Sorry, there's a golf cart drive by. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to show all that just so that you know what's going on. And in the meantime, while we're doing this year, I'm also going to try to give you business tips and tricks that hopefully help you. I know that there's also people that can't go out and create a business and they can't work a business. Maybe they're at an age where they're not able to do that. But I think everybody nowadays has a cell phone in their pocket, and I'm going to teach you ways how to make money using your cell phone in your pocket because I've learned quite a bit from being a content creator online, and I want to help people. Now, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that it's kind of funny. Politically, people are all over the board. They don't know where I'm at because I don't tell people what I believe politically because I think that it's really none of your business. I think that if you watch my channel enough, you can pick that up on your own. But I will say, there's a lot of people that said I was communist or socialist because I've cut lawns for free. Hey, bro, I'm a business owner. I always have been. I 100% believe capitalism is a system that works. I also believe that communism is a system that has killed millions and millions of people over the years. And then somebody's going to say, so is capitalism. And I'm going to say, look, it's not a perfect system, but it works. And I also believe that I also get crap for saying I like America. I love America. I am proud to be American. And in fact, if I lived in any other country in the world, I'd be proud to live in that country. But since I'm born here in America, you'll see me proudly say America is the greatest country in the world and that we have an amazing flag, and I'll fly that flag. And I'm proud of the fact that I can have the freedom to go out and work and choose what I'd like to do. Now, if you lived in a communist country, you may not be able to pick the job that you're able to do because you oftentimes end up with a dictator that tells you exactly what you're going to do and how long you're going to do it. So, again, I think that I won the vaginal lottery by being born here in America. And with that said, I'm going to try to teach people how to make income off their phones because they have the freedom to be able to do that. So I'll tell you some stuff throughout the videos and throughout the year. And I'm always learning new ways to create income. And therefore, I just want to teach others. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, I can give money away, but I don't think that that's a long-term solution for wealth distribution. I don't think that that's a long-term solution for equality. A lot of people like to use the word equality nowadays, but I don't believe taking money from one person and giving it to another is the solution. I believe that teaching somebody through information on a topic and giving them motivation and inspiration is the true way to spread equality. It's a true way to spread wealth. If you want to give wealth distribution, well, somebody's got to have the drive to be able to go out and make that income. Because if I just give money to somebody, that's not sustainable. They're going to have that money, they're going to spend it where they want, and then it's going to be done. That's how that works. So, with all that said, that's what you can expect this year. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting. And if you, if you interact with the video, that's how that they perform better. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to. I'm not asking for praise. I would appreciate your support and help. But again, you don't have to. Follow along, watch the videos, see what I'm doing. If I earn your respect and you like what I'm doing, or you like the things that I say or the things that I help with, and I earn your subscription, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, it's cool. You can be a viewer. We've got some negative viewers that show up in every video. Another thing to address real quick is that if you are negative this year, I am done apologizing to people that are on the internet that would like an apology from me for any reason. Oh, you didn't say this right. You didn't do that right. Oh my gosh, you can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize. It's just not going to happen. So, with that said, if you want to come on the channel and you want to be negative, I am going to use your negativity for a positive action and movement. And if you want to be a troll, I will absolutely troll you back in a kind, professional way most of the time. And I'll probably pin you to the top and let the audience do the work for me so that I don't have to take the abuse. Because a lot of people, they give me crap and they think that I get paid for mowing lawns. They think that I get paid for making videos. At the end of the day, I've come to kind of realize that I get paid and compensated from taking mental abuse in the comments. And, the viewer then would say, well, quit reading the comments. Don't let it affect you. Quit reading the comments. And what I've realized is that I just have to come to terms with what people say and know that it's not a big deal and I'm going to do my thing and it is what it is, because I don't want to turn my back on my viewers. So you guys go out of your way and you take the time to leave a comment, and I appreciate that. So when I go through and I read the comments, you'll see a thumbs up and a heart by every comment, whether I agree with it or not. And oftentimes I will try to reply to you. I can't do that nonstop, but I do that quite a bit. But I think that that's important. I don't see other content creators that are my size that oftentimes do that. Most of the times they do a method called post and ghost. Is that the best for your mental health? Probably so. But I think one of the better things to do would just be strengthening my skill to taking the mental abuse, having emotional intelligence on how to handle that situation. Again, thank you guys. I thought that fire was out, but it's getting closer. That's white and black smoke. I don't know, maybe that is a controlled burn. Let's get the drone in there and see how close that is. I also want to maybe go talk to one of these farmers, see if I can fill up my water tank at their house. And that way when I park over here, I can take a shower tonight because I didn't fill up my water tank before I left. Dummy. Alright, the mission now. Let's see if we can find a farmhouse. I don't know if anybody lives out here. This farmer's kind of close. So now it's down the road. Get back to the cemetery and keep cutting until it gets dark. Woo! Big old locust just flew in here. Woo! I didn't know what that was. See what we can get done before that sun drops. Getting pretty low. All right, so I got my lovely wife with me here, Miss Rachel.
Hello.
Also known as Miss Juggernaut, if you want to follow her on TikTok, if it still exists when you see this video. She's Miss Juggernaut on TikTok. She's always doing something stupid where she's shoving the camera in my face and trying to get my reaction.
Listen, my duty in life is to absolutely bug you as much as I possibly can. Because if I'm not, then I'm not doing something right.
She's highly successful at it. No, I'm kidding. She's my life partner, and she supports me on everything that I do, as well as also not supporting me on the things that are dumb. And
like maybe currently, currently what you're about to do.
I mean,
this new movement.
Go ahead and tell them.
It's pretty scary for sure.
Rachel was not on board at first, and I was like, "Look, it's okay. We're gonna be all right."
Yeah.
I was like, "We're fine. Our bills are paid." So, but when I want to do something, she can't shut it down. When it's something I want to do, I get this.
Yeah. It's like an itch. She's like, I gotta scratch it.
I mean, when you go back to the very beginning video when I started doing the stuff that I'm doing, cutting for free.
Yeah.
You're like, that's dumb.
Yeah. I was like, no.
Because I mean, our audience, nobody was doing what we're doing.
Well, and not even just that, Kevin. Like at that time, like our equipment, everything we had was because you went out, you did a job, you got paid for that job, and then we had to save every penny.
Yeah.
And
breakdowns were expensive.
finally, our businesses had just started becoming profitable. So to me, going and putting your equipment on that, taking the time away from a job that you could get paid on, and going and doing that,
it's risky.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is not okay.
It's really risky.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of.
But my thought was that at the time, I've got this channel where I'm giving the guys business tips on owning a business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, the guys that are just starting out, they're not cutting nice yards.
Right.
That's not what you get your first couple of years.
Right.
I mean, you can sometimes, but most of the time you don't.
Yeah.
Normally it's stuff like in this video. It's crazy high grass.
I feel like if the guys in their first year, it's going to be guys that are going to have financial backing, like
yeah, I would say that guys in their first year that are
financed.
Don't have financing, you're going to run into a lot of this.
Yeah, people that don't have financing, they won't run it.
Also, people that undervalue themselves run into this a lot.
Right.
Because what happens is that when you undervalue yourself in business and you cut for really cheap prices, what ends up happening is that word spreads like fire.
Yeah.
Like if you do really, really, really good work and you cut for cheap prices, whoo, buddy, did the people come out of the woodwork wanting you to work for them? Mm-hmm. And what you don't realize, you're like, oh man, we're doing good. We're busy nonstop.
Yeah.
And then you realize you didn't make any money.
And you're worn out. You're really hurting. Your equipment got messed up.
Our first year in the lawn care business on the lawn care side, not doing the tree work before, because we weren't really tracking at that time. We didn't have it figured out yet.
Yeah.
When I started my business, there was an ice storm, and I had these aquarium cards. My first concept of business that I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a business owner. My first business was cleaning aquariums. So I got these business cards off of Vistaprint for like what was it, $5 for 250 or
don't even
500
remember,
or
it was so long
something.
ago.
And I made this card and it had like little Nemos on it, you
It
know,
was so
a little,
cute.
little fish.
It was blue, and you're
and I sold some jobs. I had some aquarium.
you sold. Oh yes,
I had some aquarium jobs.
Yeah.
But I didn't have many because I didn't put two and two together that, hey, this isn't that great of an idea. If you have an aquarium store, it's a great addition to what you're doing already, because
Yeah.
then you can sell people that come in. They buy an aquarium, they don't know much about it, they want an aquarium, but they don't want to be a hobbyist. But what I did learn is that most people that own an aquarium are a hobbyist, so it's not that great of a business concept, because most people that have them are doing it themselves because they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a pretty hard business to break into.
Yeah.
Especially in Oklahoma. You know, I mean, you're not in like California where you got a bunch of people with saltwater tanks in their house and
Right.
they want it as this decoration. You're in Oklahoma where
deer antlers are your decoration.
Yes. Okay, so then what I did find out though is that everybody has a lawn, and I could sell them on lawn work. And the way I found that out was we had an ice storm and everybody has trees, and it just so happened that like 80% of the people in our town or in our city had a bunch of tree work that needed done. So all these tree limbs fell down. And in the meantime, I went out and I worked for Kurt. You know Kurt. Anyways, old contractor who's
looked like Willie Nelson.
Yeah, he's a nut. Anyways, I'm working for him.
And you were working for Mom at the time too, right?
No, I
this
just
after
stopped
you
working for your mom
Yeah.
because she kind of stopped with her business.
Right.
And so she was doing like high-end remodels, and then she just stopped kind of selling that work, and
Yeah.
she went a different direction at that time. So I went from having like steady work to, oh, we have no work. Then I'm calling my dad. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. And he's like, well, you got all these tree limbs on the ground. Go cut them up. I'm like, dude, I don't have a chainsaw. He's like, figure it out.
So our last $100 we had to scrape up in the house.
Dude,
like,
we were going through couch
I know,
cushions and
we
stuff.
were,
But we
and it was dark. I remember it was dark outside when
Yeah.
we were scrounging for this money.
No. It was dark when I got back from Home Depot. I got back from Home Depot with the chainsaw. It was dark.
Yeah, and then you went back out though. You went back out. Yeah.
Well, I went knocking on the doors.
I know you didn't get home till like it was like 2 or 3 in the morning that night.
Yeah, I worked all night.
Yeah, but you came home so excited.
Yeah,
Oh my
I came back
gosh.
into the first job.
Yeah.
Bow! Put $100 on the table. I'm like, I paid the chainsaw off.
Yeah.
I'll be back. And she's like, what?
What?
So I was out there cutting tree limbs with headlights going and stuff.
Was
and
I pregnant at the time?
yeah,
Did
you
I
were. You were
just
pregnant with
become
Maddie.
pregnant? Yeah.
I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah.
You want to have some fuel in life? You want to feel the pressure?
Get a baby. Have a baby.
Have a baby on the way and no job. You go, oh no, what am I doing with my life? Anyway, so anyways, we were definitely in a tight, struggling spot, and to go from that to the lawn business is really cool. And with the channel, I always wanted to help inspire and teach other guys that were going through the struggle I did, where they didn't have a job and they fell into lawn care because it was easy to access. It's got low barrier to entry. You know, whether it's cleaning houses or washing cars or mowing lawns, those things are low barrier to entry service jobs that you can create, and you can create a business out of it, and you actually stand a chance at having a career.
Yeah.
And so when I was building my channel, it was like, hey, if you are struggling with this and you have no financial backing and you have no financial nest egg and you are trying to do it clawing your way to the top out of this hole that you're in financially, here's what I'm doing and here's what's worked, and hopefully it helps you just avoid that one mistake that I made. And if it does, I it's great.
Yeah.
And so we started building a following. We had a huge following, right, on the channel. 2,300 subscribers.
Dude, that was so exciting though.
It was.
It was like, yeah. It was,
I 2,300 subscribers. I don't know that I was monetized when I put out my first Overgrown video either. I didn't think I was going to make money. I didn't do it for that. I just saw it and I'm like, dude, that would be cool because I can tell somebody what it's like to cut the crazy stuff and have sympathy for them of being there. I was there, man.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to cut something like that with a push mower, and it's horrible.
And
But
this
you can
what
do
you
it.
cut it whenever your parents came down, right?
Yeah.
What were your
'cause
parents down there for?
I think Maddie's birthday. Because I was trying to talk
Oh,
James into helping me, and
yeah,
he's
'cause
like,
it's hot.
dude, that's so stupid. You're tearing
Yeah.
up your equipment.
Yeah.
and nobody's paying you to do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I think it'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not doing that with you. I'm not supporting that. He's like, that's so dumb. I would like to have a job, and if you break your mower, it's going to be hard for you to pay me. Anyways, I asked Dad, we went up to the gas station, and he's like, hey, all right, I mentioned it to Dad. I said, hey, I want to cut that. And he, no hesitation.
Yeah.
No hesitation. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we went and got the mowers and cut it. So that's kind of how the concept on this channel worked. But again, we did it completely free of charge, and we were really afraid. We had an argument with the first video that we put out.
You and I?
Specifically because I was going to put it up and I was going to talk to guys about what it was like and little techniques I used for cutting tall grass. But I was listening to a Charles Stanley sermon, and I felt like the message was so good that that's what needed to be shared, and I felt called to do that. And so Rachel and I were new believers at the time, and I said, Rachel, I'm supposed to do this. She said, no, that's stupid, Kevin. No, baby, I'm supposed to do this. I'm being called to do this. I'm being tested right now. This is what I'm supposed to do. No, Kevin, that's stupid. And there was a little bickering. There was a little bickering. And then she said, I'm going to bed. And I was like, all right, you go to bed. I thought
when
about
I wake up, it'll all be over.
I thought about it a little more, then didn't hesitate and put the video out with Charles Stanley on it. And the video didn't do that good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who would expect it to? I got a
Right.
sermon on there. It's one of those things that objectively a lot of people don't like it. The moment they hear about religion, it turns them off.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't care. And I told myself, I was like, all right, Lord, if there's I really enjoyed doing it. It was fun, but, it didn't make sense. So I said, all right, Lord, if you give me a sign, I'll do it. And it was like less than 5 minutes later, we got a call from the city. And they asked me about abatement properties, and I was like, no, I don't do embankment, which is like hillsides.
Mm-hmm.
They said abatement. And so here we are. And, yeah, I ended up, she told me it was overgrown stuff. So I said, oh, you got to try it, or I'll go ahead and do it. Then after talking to the city, finding out how they work and the fact that they'll take somebody's home when they don't get paid, I said, no, I'm not on board with that. So we just started cutting them for free. So that's how the channel got started. That's the concept there. You may have heard that if you've been a past viewer. But, yeah, there were other guys before me that were cutting tall lawns on YouTube. There were other guys making business videos before me on YouTube. There was 0 guys cutting grass and doing it for free before me on YouTube. And I thought we were going to lose our following for 2 reasons when we put that first video up. One, I put religion in there.
Well, you did lose a lot of subscribers, though, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I put religion in there. And then the other reason is I was really afraid with the business owners. They're going to be like, he's a low baller.
Yeah.
He's a low baller cutting crap for free. You're a scumbag. You're what's bad with this industry. You're the
son of a bitch.
You're horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, son. So
That's actually real, too. That was...
they do that.
Yeah, I know,
I've had a lot of
real.
that over the years.
I know. That's real common.
You're what's wrong with this industry.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're out here cutting these yards for free. You're taking my work away. You took our jobs. It's like, if you're a business owner and you're mowing lawns, the lawns that I cut in my videos are not the lawns
that you want in your business.
that you want in your business. No,
Yeah.
you're not looking for those. For us, you remember when I was like, no, that lawn's too high. I'm not taking it off.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yes.
how it got? It was like, Rachel, we need to give this customer a call. Their lawn's like 8 inches, and that's too tall.
Yeah.
So we're moving them from every 2 weeks to every week.
Yeah.
And then we got to the point where we only cut weekly lawns.
Yep.
And we were one of the highest priced lawn businesses in our area, because if you're going to own a business, you either better be the lowest price guy and have the most quantity, or be the highest price guy and do really good work.
Yeah.
And I was on the higher price side of that.
Yeah.
And I focused on a handful of clients,
In
a small area,
Yeah.
and that was my focus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the business model that I took there. So some
That's also-
people nowadays
That's the
would be like,
business
"You were the
model
high
that
price
you
guy."
built.
Yeah,
That's a business model, just to clarify that, because that's not that you chose. You did. You built up to that, though. But to
Yeah.
get there, it took us years to get to that
there was
realization.
a lot of frustration, a lot of mistakes,
So,
like the fact that we didn't have a CRM.
Yeah.
A CRM is a customer management software. I don't know if that's
it's a point of sale software.
Kind of, yeah, but
More
you can
people
also
will know what
message
that
your
is.
customers. You can do invoicing.
Yeah.
If you are in business,
You do
whether it's
inventory
lawn
tracking.
care, painting, washing cars, whatever it might be, there's a software called a Yard Book. It's free to use. I would suggest that.
We're not
There's
sponsored
other.
by them.
We're not sponsored by them. There's. We should be sponsored by them.
We
I'd
should
like
be.
to
I
be.
totally
I've
agree.
talked about them for years.
Hey,
I've definitely-
Yard Book owner.
Yard Book.
You should have been sponsoring my husband a long time ago. We used your software a long time.
Hey, for real. Also, so we mentioned that we're giving the revenue away on this channel.
Yeah.
For ad revenue, obviously.
Mm.
I don't historically haven't taken any sponsors on this channel. I don't think we worked with Hustler years ago, but
Was that on Lawn Care Juggernaut?
yeah,
Oh, I thought it
yeah,
was
we did that
Hustler
with
Boring
we did that with, and the reason why I did that is because they gave me mowers to give away.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That's what sold me.
You
But
can give these mowers away to your viewers. Okay, I'll take the deal.
yeah, I'll
Seriously, Kevin, after all that,
Dude,
seriously?
I turned them down for months.
I know. Oh my
Any,
gosh, dang it.
anyways, if I do like sponsored ads and stuff,
Yeah.
we'll work that into the giveaway money as well, because we can always do sponsored ads on our other channel that'll create income. But if I can sell them, if I create a footing with them to do an ad on the boring channel, I'll be like, hey, you want to do one over here on the Juggernaut too? So we'll see if we can make that happen.
Yeah.
The more that we can generate, the cooler this cause will be.
Right.
All right, guys, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and lay down for the night. Call it good, get some sleep. Wake up and wrap it up tomorrow. See you in the morning. All right. So I'm going to keep this conversation short and sweet for the people that don't like the conversation so much, and just let them have some peace of mind and listen to the sound of the equipment here in a minute. But what I do want to talk about is how sketchy it was to park that camper there. Now, I would have felt better pitching a tent in the cemetery. Okay, people are like, "Oh, I
He
can't."
really wants to do this, just so you know. Like, he really does want.
Well, I want to go back, but I can't take the camper we have now.
Yeah. You can't
Because
do
it won't fit.
Right.
The roads, they're dirt roads. It's like off-roading with the guy.
Yeah, like it's
I thought for sure I
muddy.
was gonna get it's not just muddy. It's like hills and inclines. Like it's in the Panhandle of Oklahoma, but it's like low water bridges
Yeah.
where there's not enough clearance to take a really long trailer without dragging. So
Okay.
I drug the bottom of the trailer
That's
all the
heavy.
way through this low water bridge. But my truck doesn't. It's not 4-wheel drive, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna get stuck out here.
Right.
But and then, oh man, I was on my way back out of this, and I went this other way, and the road's going along, and it's dirt road. You can't tell there's any shift in it, and then it just drops real fast.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because it's like a washout area where it goes through, and I almost went off it going like 25, 30 mile an hour,
Oh my goodness.
which doesn't sound like much, but when you're dragging thousands of pounds of equipment in the back of your truck and the camper and
camper?
everything.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
Anyways, I do want to go back. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Let me know if you think it's worth it. One of the reasons I want to go back is that one of the viewers on the boring channel when I posted this said that their mother was actually buried there. They said, I had no idea. My mother was buried there to be buried with her family. And I haven't been in Oklahoma for, a couple decades. I had no idea that cemetery was like that.
Yeah.
And that one comment, when I saw that recently, that one comment went, oh man, I should go back.
Yeah.
Like I really should go back because I don't think anybody else has touched it.
Woo! Sorry. Oh,
That's enough of
so
that.
marketing.
That's enough of that. Scam calls.
That's all the calls I get.
Yeah, so it was real sketchy. What I was trying to say in the beginning here, it was real sketchy putting the camper where I put it because I parked beside the cemetery,
Yeah.
not in front of the cemetery. I parked beside it and off in the back of this equipment lot that the farmer had. But I had the generator running because we didn't have power, so I used the generator so I could take a shower and stuff. And the water that I had was actually from a house that I went to the house that you saw earlier in
I
the
was
video.
gonna say, how'd you have water? Because I thought you didn't have water.
No, I went out there. I didn't think I was going to be out there that long. But I thought the camper had like water and stuff in it. And I thought my truck, I always keep a case of water in my truck.
Know.
I didn't have any water. I had no Gatorade, nothing. So I got
You're
out there and I
way
was
out
like,
there.
I'm so unprepared.
Yeah.
I didn't have food in the camper. I ended up finding like some applesauce containers that were in there. But I didn't have
I
food or
remember that.
anything. Yeah. I went so unprepared because I was so excited about the project. I'm like, I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
And then I was thought to myself, well, I'll stop at a Walmart when I get close and then I'll get some stuff for the night.
There wasn't anything around.
No, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I remember that because I think I was GPSing how far away I was from you because I knew you didn't have water and you literally did not have anything in the camper.
No.
And I don't even think my GPS could find it, or I don't know. It was just like
No,
really
it was-
far
it
away,
was-
and you're like, you don't need to come out here. And
No.
yeah.
So anyways, I went to a little farmhouse that was down the road. I knocked on the door. I didn't get any answer. And I went, well, if somebody was needing water really bad, I'd give them water.
Yeah.
So I just went to the hose and I took some water, and I'm sure they didn't care because it's well water. Come to find out, that person had recently actually passed away. The farmer that I talked to the next day, he told me that he's the only one left out there. He said there used to be a farmer about every couple miles. He said he's the last one.
Oh my gosh.
And he said, it's one thing that you don't think about is that farming has become very corporate.
Yeah.
So a lot of our farmland is leased or owned by these massive companies, and they pay employees to farm it now. And he's one of the last holdings where he's actually farming the land. So he said that he takes care of thousands of acres.
Wow.
And it's just him and one other guy, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And it's cool. But I went and I don't want to say stole. Is it stole?
That's a word.
I borrowed some water. I had no intention on giving back, and it was well watered, but I assumed they would be okay with it. I live my life that way.
I know.
I mean, like, I kind of do what I want to do, and then
Apologize for it later.
apologize if I have to,
Yeah.
or if I need to, because I get a lot of crap about
He
that.
doesn't do that in our marriage, though.
No.
Yeah.
No. But when it comes to, like, it's water, dude.
Right.
Or, in a situation like, what am I trying to say? Like cutting abandoned properties.
Yeah.
People get mad.
You can say it.
At me
P-I-S-S-E-D.
They get pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed. In the comments sometimes because they're like, that's trespassing. And it's like, yeah, well, kind of. Except, the person that lives by that, or it's in the neighborhood that they live in and they have their kids running around, they have to live by that. And the person that owns it no longer cares, or maybe a loved one passed away and the person that is now supposed to take care of it lives out of state, so it's out of sight, out of mind, and they're an absentee owner.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been forgotten, lost altogether, it's caught up in probate or whatever. By me coming and cutting the place, it's active, it's less likely to have criminal activity. The neighbors always enjoy it. Oh, it is. It is insane how many rats you will see run out of a tall lawn.
Yeah.
So, is it illegal? Well, I mean, sure, somebody could say I'm trespassing. But the only person that can get me prosecuted for trespassing is the owner.
Yeah.
And they obviously don't care to begin with.
Right.
And then, you can get sued for that. Yeah, they're going to have to prove damages in court. I'm going to take pictures of the lawn before and take pictures of the lawn afterwards to court.
And the bill that you saved me.
Yeah. And then, you know what the judge is going to say? He's going to say, well, where's the damages? It looks like the grass was cut. There's no value in that. So, is what it is. To me, it's kind of like people people have said plenty of times that I should be in politics. And the answer to that is no. One, because my job, again, just like I said, is doing illegal things with the right intent quite often. So, cutting something abandoned, or in this case, you're not supposed to touch cemeteries unless you're approved.
Yeah.
But who does anything with the cemetery? Nobody.
Right.
The people that used to take care of the cemetery passed away, which you'll find out when we talk to the farmer. They passed away. Nobody is taking care of this place.
Wow.
Which isn't right.
I gotta say, being in politics just kind of.
No, never.
Just kind of like.
There's too much red tape, And no politician can be successful without being corrupt.
No.
And what I mean by that is they're not going to get anything done if they're not corrupt. But if you look at success on making money, well, that's you just can't be successful as a politician unless they're a liar. And I'm not good at lying. So
No. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't be a positive force inside of the politics. I actually think that's a pretty cool idea. That's really hitting right now.
Do you know how much crap I've said on my channel that could be used against me if I try to have a political campaign? They'd be like, this one time he said
so it's
this.
It's you. So
this
what?
guy, he's an absolute. I can't even finish what I'm saying. He is a jackwagon. Look at this one thing he said here. He said that communism is bad.
But you know what? Honestly, that makes you, the fact that you're even more exposed makes it even better because you're out there. You're raw dogging it.
I'm raw dogging it. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. So I found this headstone laying down right here, and I thought it was one on the ground. It's actually one that's standing up. The date on it is June 6, 1903 to September 26, 1903. And there's this other one here that I would have never even seen. I think we'll find several of these while we're doing the projects. Infant daughter of Joe and Clara. Joe and Clara Wells, 1923. I saw something that I thought you guys might think was cool. Now, this is a hedge tree. This is a hedge apple. I don't think you can eat this. However, horses love this, and they will tear down a fence to get to these. So when we had horses when I was growing up, we would actually pull these off the trees and throw them in the pen with the horses to keep them from pulling down the fence.
The poorest way to face life is to face it with a sneer. There are many men who feel a kind of twisted pride in cynicism. There are many who confine themselves to criticism of the way others do what they themselves dare not even attempt. There is no more unhealthy being, no man less worthy of respect than he who either really holds or feigns to hold an attitude of sneering disbelief toward all that is great and lofty, whether in achievement or in that noble effort which, even if it fails, comes to second achievement. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
You're wondering why my mower cuts like crap, because I've been doing this type of stuff all summer long. And turns out that's not good for mower blades. Alright, I was afraid of that happening. So there's all these dens all over the place and the ground's just nuts. Anyways, I can't really feel what's going on over here. And I nicked this tombstone here. But it doesn't really look like it did any damage. And we took some off the corner. Dora F. Parson, July 4th, 1887, January 28th, 1979. Lived a good long life. How you doing, man?
This is awesome, man. How'd you come to find this, or how'd you get?
Somebody posted it on a Facebook group.
Really?
Yeah. They just saw the front headstone. That's all they could see.
Yeah. It's a bunch of little kids mainly.
Yeah. I just thought about that. It's like a dog. Hey man, thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate it, guys. It was great meeting you, man. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, he got it. He just needed a little jump there. Getting pulled. Cool. All right, so I got quite a bit done here. It looks rough. I'm gonna go back and do several more passes probably. They're going to be a lot slower, but it is 11:28. I told my wife I'd be done by noon. Not gonna happen. I do have to finish this up today because today is Friday and I have to be in Wichita, Kansas tomorrow morning. So there's that. Wichita's quite a drive from here. I don't know. I'm gonna go and see what I can make for lunch in the camper.
Yep. So if you haven't seen this mower before, I call it the honey badger because the honey badger don't give a damn. And no, honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't
give it. Beep.
It'll cut through anything. If you're not familiar with that meme, it was is that a meme? What is that? It was like one of the first videos to kind of pop off on YouTube. So you had to be an OG to see the honey badger video.
That was a
To sum it up,
documentary. It was on a documentary on.
it wasn't a documentary. The
Yeah, it
guy
was.
took a documentary and he voiced it over. He took a
The honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't give a
Yeah, and
shit.
he voiced it over like he was, you know, he did it in like a gay voice, which is,
Oh.
you know, you're not allowed to do gay voice anymore. Like, I don't think you're allowed to do any voices anymore. Like, I feel like when we were kids, it was okay to do and say and be and joke about anything, as long as it wasn't with malicious and hateful intent.
Yeah.
You know, you're not picking on somebody.
Yeah.
Like if you're just talking, like I do a lot of voices. People get upset about it. They said it's off-color jokes.
Golly. Oh, if you're
Yeah.
finding off-color jokes in a non-off-color joke, maybe you need to be looking at what you are thinking about and what's going through your head.
People are sensitive nowadays, Rachel.
No, it's not the sensitivity. It's the real colors are in the person that is making the judgment.
Wait.
Yeah.
We're getting off subject. We
Okay.
told them that we would teach them how to create money for themselves, and so I'm gonna flip this.
And work well with your spouse. That's a big thing if you
No,
want
no,
to
no,
make
no, no.
money.
I'm gonna
Okay.
flip the script around. You started doing something recently, and you're now making income, which doesn't sound like a lot to people. Go
It
ahead.
is
How
exciting.
much did you make yesterday?
Yesterday we made $7.24, and that's not from any of your links. That is on my Amazon store.
Okay, so
On
people
our Amazon store. sorry.
people are gonna go $7. That's not much, but
Quit your jobs today.
but
Just joking.
the
Don't
thing
do that.
is-
Don't do that.
you created that situation within what, like a month or so.
No, that because we've been on the road since August, so
Be
September.
honest though, you've been kind of lazy about it
Well, it's not that I've been lazy
because
about
nothing
it.
works
It's-
unless you do.
Nothing works unless you do.
And
I
have
only
you
make
been consistent with
videos
uploading?
probably once or twice a week.
Okay, not good enough.
No, it's not. But
So
I can't
the-
just keep buying stuff on Amazon.
I
to
know,
make
but the cool
videos.
thing is, so, okay, we're gonna give you guys a quick rundown on this. When you get home, you have an endless opportunity.
I have an
Because
endless opportunity.
You don't have
at
to
home.
just buy something off of Amazon to do this. It can literally be anything that you can find off of Amazon.
Exactly.
You don't have to have bought it from Amazon. It can be anything that you find on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I want to run this through to you guys so that you know the concept. You're going to get on the Amazon
influencer program.
influencer program, and you do not have to have like a big influence channel. Like you don't have to have.
No, you can
hundreds
use
of
your
thousands of
Facebook.
followers.
If you're active on your Facebook, use your Facebook. If you're active on Instagram, use your Instagram. If you are active on TikTok, use your TikTok when you sign up. Because
Okay.
all they're going based off, it's not about the following. They're going based off what profile are you active on, how active are you on it, and if you're active on any of those, you're going to get approved.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I want to throw it out there. It's real simple. You just hold the phone up. There's no editing, no nothing that you have to do. You hold the phone up and you say, hey, here's this thing that I like, or you could title it honest review or something after you've had it for a year or whatever. You say, hey, here's this thing that I've got. This is what's unique about it. This is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it. This is who it'd be a great fit for. And if you're considering buying it, I suggest you would.
Yeah.
You know, or you know,
It's an honest.
it's up to
It's
you.
making a video of an honest review of products within less than 3 minutes.
Okay, now I do want to excite people because $7 a day doesn't sound exciting to people because they don't understand the compound effect of $7 a day and how much that actually
And
how much that
the
actually is. Did you
$7
know
is
that
on
if you
69
put
posts, by the way,
did you
so
know
it's
that
not bad.
if you put $7 a day into some kind of stock portfolio for yourself for retirement, it'll have compound interest that by the time you retire, it would be millions of dollars?
Well, then let's do that. Yes.
Yeah, that's why when you look at financial advisors, one of
Uh-huh.
the first things they say is that you should not buy coffee. I got to turn the computer back on because we weren't paying attention. Let's see if that messes up what we're doing here. It doesn't look like it did, but it could have. I don't know. We're going to keep rolling like that didn't happen. Anyways, $7 a day could make the difference in your life by the time you retire.
I believe that. Yeah.
And anyways.
And how wonderful has it been? Because, like, well, I mean, one, when we moved out to our beautiful property, we were far away from coffee shops. So we weren't able to buy coffee there.
Rachel likes coffee.
Yes, I do. Because in Catoosa, we were right by that new coffee store that opened up Scooters, that opened up the last year that we were there. Scooters was really good. However, I'm really glad that we're not next to it anymore and that we've gotten out of the habit of buying them, because not only are they ridiculously expensive, they are very hard on the body because they are loaded with sugar. Yeah, there's some caffeine, but they taste very good. Oh my goodness. But it is a lot of sugar, and the route that me and Kevin were going when we were drinking those every day, let me tell you, it put on some weight.
You want to fatten yourself up?
Yeah,
get you some sugary coffees every day, baby.
Yes, because we got the frozen blended ones.
You know what it's not like those Starbucks and the burnt coffee.
Dude, Starbucks. I don't get what is so big about Starbucks. Starbucks tastes empty to me.
Let's take this back to the money. Because $7 a day is not exciting. However, the person that taught me about this, you never have to leave your home.
But do not say this to anybody, because you don't want them to quit their job until they're actually.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. You never leave income source A to chase income source B. Right. You have to create success in another area, and then it's like YouTube. I never went full time on YouTube, and then until it became the opportunity that I could. Yeah. I went full time in my lawn business because I had no choice. But I would have never have left. Like if I had a factory job, I would have never left factory job until
to pursue lawn care.
No, to pursue lawn care, I would have done it on the side on my time off, because wealth is not built in working 40 hours a week. That is a lie. It is a lie. Our government lies to us. If you want to be successful, do not work 40 hours a week. Be willing to work more. Some people are going to say that's not healthy. I'm going to tell you from my personal opinion, working more than 40 hours a week is a great thing. Now, working over 40 hours a week for a factory or something like that, probably not the way to have success, but everybody should have some kind of side hustle in their life where they're making income. They should have multiple income revenue streams. The only reason I'm able to give away the revenue from this channel this year is because I have multiple revenue streams, right? So you should create multiple revenue streams, because that gives you diversity. It gives you some kind of hope for long-term success. Look at me stuck in that hole. There were little, what are those dogs? The coyotes. Coyotes all over this place.
I just thought of something funny because we were talking about multiple revenue streams. And when you said that, my head went to my Amazon influencer program and the $7.
Dude, that's an additional revenue stream.
But like, yes, we're able to we're going to give all those money on, the Juggernaut.
Well, I mean,
it just
don't laugh at yourself.
No, I am
do you
proud
remember,
of my.
Do you remember the first day how much I made on YouTube?
It was a penny.
It was 2 pennies.
Oh, it was 2. Oh, okay. I thought it was a penny.
2 pennies.
Yeah, you were so
my first
stoked.
2 cents.
You were so stoked.
Dude, I worked hard 3 years for that.
I know. You were
I worked 3 years.
It is very exciting.
No, I wasn't.
And it is crazy with Amazon influencer program. I got in like.
You were making money within like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
That's sick, Rachel.
Yeah.
Sick. Like, not like sick, like, ooh, that's disgusting. That's sick, bruh.
I think this is my highest day, though, $7. So, isn't it? Or did I have a $9 day? I don't know. I might have had a $9 day.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know. My point, though, is that anybody can do it, and you have to be dedicated and you have to have a plan. So if you're going to do it, 1, get approved. 2, I would research on YouTube, watch videos about it, learn how to do it. You don't have to buy courses. There's people that are actually putting out really good information on it for free. You don't have to buy courses. Again, you don't have to buy courses. Again, you don't have to buy courses. You can make income without doing that. Yeah. So
the Amazon influencer program is literally like the easiest part-time job that I've ever had.
So here's my personal goal for you. If you are in a financial hard spot in your life and you have a cell phone in your hand, I want you to look around in your house, and I want you to look at all the items you can put on that Amazon influencer program. Again, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just trying to give you some form of way that you can create extra income in your life, because I don't believe that income is wealth is spread by spreading information,
Right.
and spreading motivation and positivity and
people
inspiration.
willing to listen to it.
So here I am. I'm giving you your call to action. Get on there, watch some videos on this. I want you to set a goal for yourself.
Heck, if you have
Try to
questions about it, ask us in the comments.
Try to
and
do
we'll it.
3 videos a day, minimum. 3 videos a day, film, upload, and post. It should take you less than 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
So less than 5 to 10 minutes a day, you can create an extra revenue stream for yourself. We are building ours up currently.
Mm-hmm. We
But
have 69 posts.
We have 69 posts, which is not much. If you wanted 1,000 posts, you could do that in 1 year, posting 3 videos a day. You can have over 1,000 posts, and that would probably be to the point where you'd have a notable income from it. Okay? So, again, I wanted to share something, and I want to share something in each video that I make that somebody can apply towards their life into creating a situation where they can have more success for themselves. Now, a lot of people are struggling financially and need help financially, so I will constantly drop any tips and tricks I know on creating some kind of financial revenue stream for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. No, we're not an expert at the Amazon influencer program, but in the future, I guarantee you,
It will be.
we will make a notable income on there. And the cool thing about that is, it's actually your money.
Yeah, it's.
Which I say that,
my
but
goal,
my money's
what
your
I
money,
would
your money's
ultimately
my
like
money.
To see it, yeah, my money's your money. Ultimately, what I would like for it to do, that's what I would like to get it worked up to by the end of the year, is $75 a day. To me, that is a good goal, and that's based on the products.
Do you have like a big goal of something you want to be able to buy with the income?
I'd like to buy stocks.
Stocks? You just want to put it all in stocks?
Yes, I just want savings.
That's
something I
sick.
crave so
That's
bad.
sick.
Yeah. No, I haven't. You got me that car that I wanted. I wanted a family car, and now I have a family car. You got me this camper so we could come on the road with you, and you bought me my dream home on 36 acres.
So what she's saying is she wants to use her money as a tool to create more income, which will take care of her in the future and guarantee
Take care
no matter
of
what
us.
happens to me, she has income and
Or I have something set up for
it's
you if
smart.
something
It's
happens to
smart.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very smart. People don't realize that money is just a tool to create more income and a tool to create amazing things for other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, a lot of people are actually against business owners. I don't know if you know this, Rachel.
did not
This
know that.
just in. People don't like successful business owners. I don't know what it is. You hear them talk crap about billion-dollar CEOs and stuff like that. People that have created businesses that have gone on to be very successful. And I don't think they realize that they're able to employ a lot of people through those businesses.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying all business owners are good people.
Right.
But I am saying, like, well, I like the fact that we own a business, and through our business, we're able to employ multiple people,
Yep.
and those people are able to take care of
They're
their,
able
their
to
family.
make a good salary.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Pays their bills and gives them extra left over, and that's an amazing thing to be able to do that.
How about
It's a lot of pressure, but that's also an amazing thing to do.
exactly.
So,
And we're able to do that through
the Boring Channel.
the Boring Channel.
Mm-hmm.
The Boring Channel really kept things alive when
Because it was so
kind
boring. You were so boring, Kevin.
It was so boring, and it was easy for me to do. And here on Juggernaut, I was like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
I can't
I
talk.
know.
I don't know what to
I'm
tell them.
suppressed.
I'm not struggling anymore, but they get mad at me when I say things, and I don't want to do this right now, Rachel.
Right.
I don't know if I sounded like that, but I probably did. I didn't want to do
you
it.
never said it like that to me.
Plus, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
This channel was a lot of work, way more work
It
than
was.
the Boring Channel.
Oh, yeah.
And I was super dedicated towards it for a long time. And then, honestly, like, when it got to the point that our bills were paid and I felt like I had nothing left to say, and I'd already told people, how many times are you going to tell them the same thing?
Right.
You know?
Right. But you do have to say it over and over and over and over again.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
It has to be
Anyways, I
repeated.
hope that you enjoyed this video so far. It seems to have turned more into a podcast than anything else. Again, down in the comment section of the video, please feel free to ask any question that you would like from myself or my wife. As long as it's appropriate, we will probably answer it.
As long as it's appropriate, what?
Oh yeah, don't give them free range. Oh, we'll answer anything.
Okay.
Just what they'll be like. Hey, what color your penis?
What?
I'm saying there's freaks out there, Rachel. That's all I'm saying. You can't say that.
I know I won't. All right, shut up.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
People get weird in comments if you
Yeah.
tell them that you'll answer anything. They're like, "Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh really? I just came up with this creative question."
Oh my goodness.
I'm so cute for doing this. I'm gonna be so cool. There's people, I guarantee you, on the negative side that are trying to get pinned to the top now. Because they know I pin the negative ones.
Yeah.
I pin positive ones too.
Yeah.
Well,
There's nothing wrong with responding back to, you respond back to positive and you respond to negative. Both need attention.
Yeah. I try not to pin the positive ones to the top because people, positive, negative, tend to get pissed at the people at the top for some reason.
Yeah.
But if you're coming at me negative, bro, I know the audience has got my back. They handle it so I don't have to. It cleans the bowl so you don't have to.
Well, that is the unfortunate part of my job. I'm definitely disrupting the wildlife. Oh, don't go under there, little guy. I know it seems like a safe place, but it ain't. Don't worry, I'll make sure he's safe before I fire up the blades. Oh god, go that way. No. Not towards the mower again. Come on. Back under the mower. The goal is to get it out into the field. How'd you get in that grass? Alright, go on, bud. I know you're scared. No, not towards me. Not towards me. Not on my leg. Not towards me, dude. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to give it plenty of time to go find and hide it in a safe place. It's ran over here by this tree. There's a lot of places for it to hide. I already lost where it was at. All right, guys. I gotta tell you, I feel so much better after a shower. But what do you think of this project? It's really, really cool. And you know, there's no way anybody would have even known this was here. Now, the sad reality is, it's probably gonna get overgrown again. But for a short moment, you and me, we remember this stuff. And we showed it some respect. So, all that said, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to help me out to continue going and doing this type of project, all you got to do is give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. That's the best way to support us. All right, that's that, guys. Let's get on the road. Cemetery is all children. This is kind of different. This is a Masonic symbol. So I don't know about this one though. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. But it's a Masonic symbol. Okay, so 1842 to 1899. That was David M-O-F-F-I-T-T or M-O-F-F-L-T-T. I'm guessing it's I. David L. Mufftiff. I'm gonna screw that up. Progressing forward, I got this name down. That's Butts. Jenny Moffitt Butts. Moffitt. Okay, we got it. Moffitt. This is kind of cool. So this is a lamb, and the head's broken off. But anytime you see a lamb, that means it was a child. This particular child was 1 month and 20 days, I believe. That's what I saw earlier. And right here, this is an inlaid lamb. So you can see the lamb there, the shape of it. Again, that means it's a baby. Most of these are babies from being on the trail. This one right here, this is a really, really cool tombstone here. And so it's a tree, but typically when they're cut, you know, like they've been cut off, that means their life's been cut short. I'm sure there's all sorts of symbolisms. You know, this is a wedge, but it's a cross. Axe and hammer, I'm not sure what all that means. Died at 23 years old, 10 months and 26 days. So I found this restaurant down here. Look at this. Little babies.